Good morning, YouTube. It's currently 6 a.m. on Sunday. I literally woke up at 5 or about 4:45, completely awake. And I can't but go back to sleep, so I decided might as well run my errands now, right? So I'm gonna get ready for church now from the neck up. I'm gonna go run some errands at Walmart, get some groceries, get a couple makeup items just for the beginning of school. And then I'm going to come back here, put my groceries away, maybe do some cleaning, maybe take a nap, and then get ready to go to church. And I'm just going to go to Bible study and worship service because I'm up so early today. This is actually about the time that I need to be up for school during the year. Actually, I'll probably be fully ready by now because I need to be leaving to get to school at like 6:50. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I have been struggling high-key with matching myself because my body is so many different shades of brown right now due to band camp, and I have this band tan. You can't really see it in this lighting, but it's definitely there. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Matte and Poreless today as my foundation. In the shade 360 Mocha. I have been loving this foundation so much. I'm really starting to narrow down my makeup collection, like things that I really like. I'm not experimenting too much with lots of products because now I know what works for me, what looks best on me, and I'm just starting to like hone in and use up what I have and not be such a collector, I guess. Like, I know what's going to look good on me, so I don't just buy everything, which I don't think I was ever really that way, but I do love foundations, but now I'm kind of like, well, these ones work the best, these ones don't. Which ones are worth my time? Which ones aren't? So again, this is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless, Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 360 Mocha. This is the darkest shade. I'm just going to do 3 dollops. One on the forehead, one on each cheek. And that should be enough. And I'm just going to blend it out using a brush, which I need to wash my brushes, so I can do that today. I'm going to use this BH Cosmetics 117 angled flat top brush to blend this in. And the only thing I have on my skin is moisturizer. I've been going primerless, and it has been working really well for me. You can see it looks a little bit too warm at first, but it blends in so well with my skin tone. I think I'm just going to hang out with Jackie today, maybe. I know I'm going to be taking a nap after church because I'm going to be tired in 6 hours when I'm out of church. So, and we don't have like a sunrise service or anything at my church that I could go to since I'm up so early. But I'm not mad at it. This is really the time I need to wake up tomorrow. So I'm kind of just preparing myself for the rest of the semester. Because it is back to school tomorrow. Alright, and I'm just blending that out. And I did a very light layer. Of this, you can actually still see some of my imperfections shining through, like some of these dark marks right in between my eyeballs. But this is good enough coverage, and you can still see my birthmark. I've been going for more like a medium coverage as of late. Alright, so that's the foundation. It's looking a little bit warm compared to my body. My skin is so strange, like, that's all I have to say. My skin is strange. It's like not cold, not warm, I don't know what it is. And I'm going to use my favorite face powder. I've decided my favorite face powder from the drugstore is the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible. I just feel like this one looks the best on me. It looks the best with every foundation. I'm going to use the same brush to apply it. So I need to pick up more of this. I just don't like that it's $12.99. This is probably one of the more expensive ones from Drugstore. I also like the Black Radiant Soft Focus Finishing Powder, so I'm going to pick up one of those today as well. Because I'm basically hit pan on all my powders. But I feel like this color is just the best for my skin tone. Like whenever I put this over any foundation, it looks good with my body and my chest. It's just, I don't know, it's just like the perfect color. This is the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible Powder in 800 Cocoa. And I'm just pressing that into the skin. And this powder does not get cakey, it just gives you a beautiful, matte, smooth, flawless finish, which is another reason I love it so much. And by pressing this into the skin, I'm not only adding a little bit more coverage, but it's really gonna set and lock in this foundation all day. And because I did a really light layer of foundation, I'm going a little bit heavier with the powder. You can see just how it's making my skin look so smooth and flawless. Making sure I don't neglect the left side of my face. I tend to put less makeup on the left side of my face because I'm right-handed. So I try to make sure I give this side a little bit extra love. And don't forget the chin's area so that it blends into your neck seamlessly, and ears and hairline. I'm just going to go right over my edges a little bit so that it blends into my scalp color. Alright, so that is the foundation set with L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible Powder. This is again 800 Cocoa with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in 360 Mocha, which is the deepest shade. And I love the way this looks, and it feels so good and so lightweight on the skin. So let's go ahead and finish off the face for church today. I don't know what I'm even gonna wear. I know I want to keep using my new palettes though. So I'm like been loving the Carli Bybel highlighters. So we're gonna use the Carli Bybel palette. Looks like this. And what highlighter do I want to try today? I think I'm going to use the same two I used yesterday. So I'm going to start with this shade, and then I'm going to put some of this as like bronzer around my face. It's going to give a nice glow. So this one and this one. And I'm going to use a fan brush to apply it. I haven't used a fan brush in a long time for my highlighter. Oh wow, okay. Every time I use these, which has only been, what, like 2 or 3 times, I'm like, so pigmented. honestly so pigmented. Do y'all see how pigmented that is? Like, I'm definitely gonna have to blend that out. Like, I'm definitely gonna have to blend this out. The stuff is so intense. Also putting some down the bridge of my nose. With this fan brush, which I feel like it's not centered on my nose, which is why I kind of like to use a different brush to apply it. Cupid's bow. I just feel like I have more control with like my e.l.f. small stipple brush, which I think is why I gravitate towards that one more than I do a fan brush. But I wanted to try out the fan brush and see how it applied. Highlight, it's very soft, feels really nice actually on my face. Okay. Now I'm going to use an e.l.f. complexion brush to blend this out, and I'm going to blend the darker and the darkest highlight right here, kind of over top, just to calm it down a little bit. I'm just going to blend over top. And that's really going to help it not be so harsh and help it blend better with my skin, but I'm still going to have a glow. Because this highlighter, the darkest one, is basically my skin tone, which is why it's perfect for blending out the other highlights in this palette that are a little bit too extreme. The third one is okay, but the second and I haven't even used the first one yet. I just feel like it's going to be too light for my skin. I kind of just like to put this one over top and layer it. I think it just gives the prettiest look to the skin. Alright, I'm definitely loving the way that this has turned out so far. Now I'm just going to go back in with the brush I use for my foundation and powder. I'm just going to soften up the edges, just so that everything is nice and seamless as possible. Can y'all even see the glow? Alright. Let's go on to the brows. And I'm like on my knees. I don't feel like moving my thing that I normally sit on over here, but being on my knees is starting to hurt. Oh gosh. No, don't come off blade to my pencil sharpener. This NARS pencil sharpener is thebomb.com. Looks like this. And it's for chubby sticks and regular pencils. I love it. It was on the pricier side, like it was $12, but Definitely worth it. And I'm using a Wet n Wild pencil in the shade Pretty in Mink to fill in my brows. Of course, my nose starts running. I wonder if I can just sit down, if y'all will still be able to see me if I move my computer. We'll see. No, y'all can't see me. What if I turn it down? Will you be able to see me? Yeah, you can see me and my laundry that's on the ground. And I'll just have to use a hand mirror. And the lighting isn't as bright, so I can turn that towards me some. How's that? I feel like that's not too bad. Y'all let me know. This is just more comfortable for me to sit on the floor. And my eyebrows look super like gray on camera, but in real life they are not that gray. They are very cool tone, but they're not gray. This has kind of been my cheat, so I can only use one pencil. So I feel like this is dark enough on its own. Okie doke. I'm gonna kind of just softly blend out the fronts with the pencil a little bit. But now that I'm on the floor, my perspective is off. And I can't reach everything that I need. That's okay. I'm gonna use the brush I use for applying the foundation and the powder. I'm just blending out the front parts of my brows. Like so. Just so they kind of fade. Ta-da! Brows are done. Moving on to the eyes. I love how y'all can just like see all my laundry. And how I still don't have a bookshelf. Okay, moving on to the eyes. I think I'm going to use just the Carli Bybel palette today for my eyes. So we're going to stick with this palette. And I'm going to start with... I'm liking a little bit more natural looks. Y'all know I haven't really been wearing makeup like that. And I tried to do my makeup yesterday. I didn't really like the looks I did, but I'm going to upload them yesterday. I don't know, I just felt like they weren't as good as before band camp. Oh, there's my paper towel. I have a paper towel so I can wipe off my brushes. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is this matte medium tone brown. Right there. To put that in my crease. Oh, okay. On me, that looks ashy AF. I tried it. Yeah, on me, this looks like a brow bone highlight color. Do y'all see how ashy that is? So let's pretend it's like a base color. Yeah, that's not cute on me. Strike one, Carli. That shade is not friendly for deep skin. That's okay though. Like I said, I'll just pretend that it's more of like a base. I'm trying to like just blend it out. Okay then. Well, let's just go ahead and go to the lid. And I already know what shade I want for the lid. We are going to put this bronzy shade right in the middle, which is probably my favorite eyeshadow in here so far. Right all over the lid. I'm using a Coastal Scents brush to apply it. And you see how pigmented it is? It's almost foiled, like it's crazy pigmented. Love it. It's a nice bronze color. Definitely woman of color friendly. I should just say person of color friendly, because women are not the only people out here slaying their face. Oh yes, that's beautiful. I love this shade. I'm applying that all over my lid and kind of going into the crease a little bit. Maybe I'll get breakfast. I don't know. I'm kind of hungry. I really just want to make some eggs. I love eggs, like scrambled eggs, but I haven't had any in a long time because it's not good to eat eggs before you work with a band outside in the hot South Carolina heat. That'll make you throw up. So, and I also like ran out of eggs, so haven't been eating eggs like I normally do. Huevos. I'm also going to take this color on the bottom lash line because it's so pretty on my bottom lash line. I'm just using the same brush, as y'all can see, to apply it there. And like always, my eyes are tearing up a little bit. But what else is new? Kind of gives it a little bit more of a foiled look, since my eyes are tearing up. Okay, so now that we have that blended into the lid and a little bit in the crease, isn't that pretty just all over the lid? Love it. My tooth. We're now going to go back to the crease, and I'm going to use probably the only shade that's actually dark enough in here. I'm going to try the plum. I haven't used that shade yet. This color right here, to deepen up the crease. And it's not showing up so far. At least I can't see it. Okay, that's kind of showing up. This is a matte purple, as y'all saw. I'm splitting this into my crease, a little bit above it. Okay, it's showing up a little bit. Yeah, I need to get a couple groceries. Walmart, and then I need to go to Aldi and get a couple more groceries. Aldi is my spot. Yo, I love Aldi. They have the best Jello. I'm like slightly addicted to Jello. Their Jello, their strawberry Jello is just so good. It's just such a nice, cooling snack, refreshing snack. There we go. Now the pigmentation is showing up. So I'm basically just blending this around the bronzy shade. I'm bringing it in just a little bit, but really focusing it on the outer part of my eye. Like so. I'm going to touch up the lid with that same bronzy shade using the same brush I used to apply it earlier. Just to make sure that it's nice and there because it's so pretty. And then we're going to highlight the inner corner and the brow bone. So those are the eyes. Really simple 3 eyeshadow look. Alright, so let's do the brow bone. I'm going to use that matte shade that I tried to put in my crease, which is this middle color that looks like it's going to be brown right there. I'll use that to highlight the brow bone since it's kind of ashy on my skin. I'm going to blend it out a little with my finger, and then I'm going to go over with the brush that I used in the crease, of course. Going back into the purple that we used in the crease. Blending that into the brow bone just a little bit. Just so that everything blends nice and seamlessly. There we go. I think because of the lighting and how I'm like lower, it's coming off super bright, but in person it's not that bright, the brow bone. Like it's highlighted, but it's not looking crazy. Like this one's looking a little crazy. But in real life, it doesn't look crazy. Alright, so using the same highlighter, the first highlighter I used to highlight my face, I'm just going to use that to highlight the inner corners of my eyes, which was the second one in this palette right there. Which this palette is so pretty. It's perfect for like everyday neutral looks. And I'm using a small little brush to do this. The only thing about this angle is that I can look into my mirror closer and you guys won't be blocked, which I kind of enjoy. I'm sure in the daytime it'll have way better light than right now. And yeah, I'm loving the way the eyes turned out today. This is pretty. Just blending that inner corner. All right. So I'm done with the Carli Bybel palette. We use that for highlighter and for the eye makeup look. Time to finish off the face. I'm not going to do any eyeliner. I'm not really too much into eyeliner, honestly. But I'm going to use my CoverGirl, the Supersizer, if there's any left in here. The last time I used it, I think it was a little bit dry, but we'll see. Yeah, it's a little dry, and my eyelashes are they kind of already have some leftover mascara on them from yesterday. So I did my makeup like 3 different times yesterday, so I didn't get it quite all the way off, but that's okay. We're just gonna roll with it. Yeah, I just really need some face powders that really match my skin tone so they can like kind of, I don't want to say color correct, but help my foundations flow better. Like this one looks really good with my body, this foundation shade. But I want to be able to use all my foundations up, you know what I mean? Because I paid for them, you know what I'm saying, dog? So, and I know that the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible and Cocoa 800 is like literally the perfect powder for me during the warmer months. Once winter comes, we'll see how much lighter I get because I did get really dark this summer. We'll see how much lighter I get, but I might have to go to 700 Classic Tan and mix it with the 800 Cocoa because 800 Cocoa used to be really red on my skin, but like I said, in the summer months, in the spring, I need that red. It just makes my skin look so perfect. It matches my skin tone so well. Just applying this to my lashes, focusing on the ends of my lashes. Okay, time for bottom lashes. What's in my eye? Oh, I have eyeshadow in my eye. Like on my eyeball. That's okay. Kind of used to having eyeshadow on my eyeball. I always get a little bit in there. Probably not the best for your eyes, but YOLO. Do, 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 do. I had At the Old Rugged Cross stuck in my head yesterday after I made the videos, and I was just singing that over and over and over again. That's probably one of my favorite hymns. I just love the harmonies and the chromaticism in it. It's just a beautiful hymn. And the message, of course, and the words. Man, I need to find a bomb acapella 4-part harmony of it because that'd be beautiful. Surprisingly, a lot of hymns are written by women, which makes me happy. I like look in the hymn. I have hymnals here actually that the churches let me have that I go to, and I just kind of flip through them sometimes and like will sing them or play them on a recorder or just practice my solfege. And a lot of them are written by women. They're composed by women, which makes me happy because women really weren't all. Well, we really weren't on the come up with most when most hymns were written on the come up. I just used a whole bunch of slang to describe a historical event. But I don't know, still a man's world back in those days when a lot of hymns were written. And of course, a lot of hymns also stem from Negro spirituals and field hollers and all that good stuff. But back to makeup. So this is the eyes done. I love how this came out. Love it, love it, love it. So pretty. And I don't think I want to do any blush or contour. I've been very much into just glowy, flawless skin. And not doing like any blush or contour. Just highlighter. And I love the way this looks. Okay, so last is lips. And I don't have a lip color in mind. I thought I was going to use my beauty blender. Didn't even end up using it. I need to wash my brushes too. I can do that this morning. Didn't even use my beauty blender. I'm kind of thinking a nice pink nude lip will look really, really pretty with this because like my lips are kind of, well, my bottom lip is kind of pink already. I kind of like that tone. And yesterday I was trying out the lipsticks in the Shan XO palette. So I'm going to do that again. And I'm just going to mix. Let me show you all the colors. There we go. I'm going to mix this one and the one above it again to create a really nice nude. These are really moisturizing. Y'all see how pigmented that is though? Now I'm going into the one above it. Which is literally just gonna make it a little bit more pink toned. As you can see, they're quite pigmented. The lipsticks. They apply best for me with my finger. And I suppose I could add a touch of brown lip liner, but honestly, trying to see in person. This completes the look, and I don't think I need a brown lip liner because in person it doesn't look as stark as it does on camera. But this completes the look. It's featuring mostly the Carli Bybel palette and then a couple of the lipsticks from the Shan XO palette. And I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I should be making more now that the girl that was staying with me, Taylor, who you'll see featured in a couple videos, is moved back home. I can record whenever I want to and not disturb her sleeping. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you want to see more looks with the palette. But yeah, I'm gonna go run some errands and go to church now. Bye, YouTube.